but light years pass by night, and sure as sweet cream will go sour, the sun will lose its light. I've heard the sparrow's tune turn flat, and poems lose their rhyme. One may hold long to this or that, but all escapes in time. I've lived to find that ice can burn. I've learned that fires freeze, and that words and worlds will turn 180 strange degrees. One thing that doesn't change much, or hasn't changed much in my lifetime, is this guy. Is everybody familiar with him? He's up on the park there.
Yeah.
Rodin's Thinker. And the Thinker is a great sculptor, but not a great thinker. He's a hard thinker, I'll grant him that much, a regular mass of fruitless concentration, sitting naked on his rock like a writer with a block. Rodin concocted this icon of cognitive constipation. He got this bronze blockhead, produced this paragon of artificial stupidity. Not that we didn't already have enough of the real thing. But since 1919, the thinker has been sitting on his ass on that rock, and his mind hasn't formed a bit more insight than his ass, or the rock. Just like a man.
Oh, wow.
But the thinker looks pretty good for being 100 years old. Unfortunately, we can't all be bronze. And I don't feel like I'm holding up quite as well as he is. There comes a time to stop speaking of your body as if it is your own. You're still alive, but already your body has become the body. You know, we don't speak of it as if it is our own anymore. It's the. The knees are creaky. The neck is stiff. The back is sagging toward the front. The skin is sagging all over. The second toe on the right foot is trespassing on its neighbor. And the old derriere is certainly not what it used to be. You may as well refer to these parts as if they belong to no one. You were accustomed to considering them your domain and had no intention of relinquishing your sovereignty. You did not liberate them. They seceded. You tried to hold the union together, but failed. The legs, the stomach, the fingers are no longer at your disposal. Even the brain has formed a mind of its own. And the heart, well, that was always the loosest part of the Confederation anyway. But you should harbor no resentment for these renegade body parts. After all, before the revolution, they did give you the best years of their lives. Now that, of course, doesn't apply to anyone here. You all look marvelous. Oh, wait, I'm not through with you yet, am I? Or?
No, you have 5 more.
Oh, wow, okay. But we should all look marvelous because, after all, these are the days of the youth revival movement.
Really?
When 40 may be the new 20, and 50 the new 30. It would seem that age reduction is the trend. And if 60 is the new 40, 70 is the new 50. You can keep up the reversion to the end. It's the youth revival movement. But to join, you must survive. A lesser age is no improvement unless you are alive. So 70 is the new 50, or so we've heard it said. For each age we attain, we claim a younger age instead. We may say 80's the new 60, and 90's the new 70, and 100's the new 80. But dead's the same old dead. Okay. Well, actually, Ray promised you performance, so I'll do. This is a little bit of a performance piece. Even poets have to die. So the poet's dead body was discovered in the living room. Let's repeat with proper emphasis. The poet's dead body was discovered in the living room. Too bad the irony had to be lost on him. The poet would have appreciated it if he were living, but so long as he were living, there could be no discovery of his dead body in the living room, and that particular irony would not be, at least not yet. The reason a poet writes is to leave something behind, and though we know that what we leave behind will in its turn leave us behind, a poet can transcend this inevitability to some small extent. That is what I'm attempting here. That is why I'm leaving a copy of this poem in the living room, just in case. I'll be damned if I'm simply going to lie down and let perfectly good irony be lost on me. Now, who said we don't sacrifice for our art? And this, I guess, is an allegory. We were discussing what, I'm not sure that it is, but maybe it is. It's called the Eternal Poker Game. There's one famous game of 5-card draw that everyone witnessed, but nobody saw. Round the table, 5 players sat, hauntingly still. Fate, chance, and justice, and chaos, and will. Chance was the dealer. Justice went first. They played their hands almost as if they'd rehearsed. Justice took 2 cards, then will took 2 more. Chance shrugged and took 3. Chaos took 4. And when his turn came, Fate impassively sat, though he said determinedly, "I'll stand pat." Will folded quickly, then chaos gave in. Chance, fate, and justice all went for the win. None of them would admit hope for victory was gone, and so the 3 sat with their game faces on, until the time came as the second hand swept to reveal the 5 cards those 3 players had kept. Chance had 3 sevens, justice a straight. All of the focus now fell upon fate. Over the game room there settled a hush. Then fate flashed a smile, and his hand, royal flush. They sit every day and they play their old game. Each time the contest results are the same. Chance always deals, justice always begins, will always folds first, and fate always wins.